It replicates existence. If you were to go to a live concert and you hear the people playing, you hear the music coming out of the speakers, if you weren't able to hear some of the actual live sounding things on top of the sound, then it would just be stereo, it would just be a recording. But because you're there, you hear the music out of the speakers, you hear the people standing in front of you, to the left of you, to the right of you, behind you, above, below. You're hearing all these things. That is part of a live and very real experience. You don't get that from existing recordings now. It makes surround sound like black and white versus 3D. I call it a gift because I'm not complaining. Synesthesia is caused by when you're born as a child. All of your nerve endings for your senses are all together, and then they prune. Sometimes they don't prune. Sometimes the audio is still connected to the visual. And so you have ghost imagery, ghost information. So you hear something, your brain is telling you, oh, I also see the color red, when in fact you may not. The funny thing is that sounds are actually light waves within the electromagnetic spectrum. So we could actually be seeing things we don't know. I didn't know until I was like a teenager. I was like, wait a minute, you guys don't see blue when you hear? I'm just inspired by, the curiosity of different textures of things, music, fashion, design. I'm just curious to new and different textures. That's what keeps me going. Musically, it's different chord patterns, different chord progressions, different sounds of drums, what they do, the frequencies they occupy, what would it sound like in a different frequency,